Lots of AP, lots of levels up, and lots of GF abilities. Sweet. I'm gonna go over here. Yeah, get these kids out of here, lady. What's wrong with you? You got the kids huddling having a panic attack. Get them out of here. Thank you. Uh-oh. Crap. Just today is just not gonna get any better for Squall, is it? I can tell. It's just gonna keep getting worse and worse. I'm trying to remember. I think status effects actually stick in this game, so I'm gonna have to actually go into my menus real fast. 1 second. Again. Never mind. Apparently I had to watch a cutscene of them ramming us from behind. Okay, that's taken care of. So now we gotta get ourselves up to the bridge before something else bad happens to us. God forbid. Oh my goodness, look at us. There's people lying on the ground injured? Jeez. So this is a military training facility. We shouldn't be getting our butts handed to us like this. This is pathetic. Our only effective fighters is a emo kid, a dude who can do Jikundo. Alright, you know, I just stole that joke from somebody else. I'm sorry. A guy that can beat you down with his fists, a lover guy that can shoot you, and a girl with the whip, and another girl with a nunchuck. I'm sorry, I just don't see how this is very effective at all. Great. Yeah, you know, for some reason, there's a lot of the decisions they give you in this game that just doesn't. I just don't think it makes much of a difference. I mean, what they just told us. Why should we focus on attacking if we're clearly the weaker end of this? You know what, Irvine? For once, that's actually a really good idea. Let's just crash our garden right into there like they've done to us. Why not? Great. So now Renoa's still going to have to hang on for bare life. Good lord. I gotta give Renoa credit. She is hanging on like you would not believe. That's impressive. Yeah, Squall. Be a man. Save your girlfriend. Come on. Seriously. See, Squall, everyone is telling you to save your girlfriend. Now do your doggone job and save her. Squall, what are you thinking about? It should not be that hard. I personally think this scene is kind of touching in a sense because it gives us a little bit more of a look into Squall. Because up until now, Squall's been kind of a cold character, but this is going to show us that he does that. You know, there is a very compassionate, very caring side to him. Even if it's just an act, he does a very good job. Yes, you heard me. Squall is going to public speak, and he actually does a really good job of it. Now, hmm. Yeah, Squall's asking for people's help. That is actually really amazing. And everyone's getting psyched over this. Now, I'm not gonna say that's I'm not gonna say I think this is actually a fake speech. I think Squall actually means this. I think this is also showing that, you know, Squall's growing as a character. And as much as people say Squall's an unlovable character, I think by the end of this you kind of do have to give him some props. He does do a very good job. So, now you're witnessing everyone, trying to recover. And his speech is so enlightening that people who were just on the ground injured get back to their feet to keep fighting. Yes, what you're saying is right, guys. Squall is the Winston Churchill of Final Fantasy. He has given everyone the strength to get back on their feet and keep fighting. I don't know about you guys, but that's pretty awesome. And coming from Squall, that does mean a lot. Shoot, look, even the kids stopped crying. Come on, you can't possibly tell me that that's just not, some serious spunk right there if you're able to get people to get back onto their feet and keep fighting. I do happen to love Nida's pure enthusiasm to turning around and straight up just bum rushing them. I mean, good lord, we bum rushed them like you would not believe. And now we get to witness as our team runs in there, and I'm sorry, the only person in our team that actually looks intimidating is Zell. And that's because I think it'd be kind of funny to watch him just roundhouse kick someone right in the face. I don't care if he's just a fist fighter or not. You guys can't lie. A dude running up to someone wearing armor and roundhouse kicking them is just that's classic, guys. I mean, that's just good fighting. I can't even come close to describing what that is. I mean, that's almost as good as Squall's limit break being used on a really tough boss. I'll put it like that. So now this female student wants me to help her find some kid. Why we have kids in a military institution, I do not understand. And it's going to involve a little something. Now, if you remember what I pointed out, and why the heck is this kid running down here? We're in the middle of a battle, kid. You shouldn't be running around. Now, if you guys remember what I mentioned last time, you should remember about this door. This door is actually a very big deal to this. Now, my previous times trying to record this, I failed. Hopefully I don't fail it this time, because I actually failed this a little bit. So before Squall can do anything, he's going to get bum rushed, ran over, and have the snot knocked out of him, putting us at an automatic handicap. So we're going to look around for another option. We're then going to press the emergency exit. About time this door has some use to it. It's going to lead to a fighting minigame, which I happen to hate, because this minigame is so retarded. Hopefully I don't die from doing it, because you can honestly die from this, which really annoys me. I'm just gonna keep beating the living daylights out of him until he either gives up Come on. Oh, crap. No, no, no. No! No! Okay, that just didn't go well. Unfortunately, I'm not going to stop this just because I lost. I'm not a sore sport. I'm just going to try again. But I'm also going to give myself a handicap. Why? Because I deserve it. I mean, this is going to sound really noobish of me, guys, but the fact of the matter is that's not exactly as easy as it seems. Especially when I'm not trying to rely on the stupid, death blow technique that you can use. Unfortunately, this is going to give me a minor handicap, and if I look like a noob from doing this, oh well, I'll deal with looking like a noob. Trust me, it wouldn't be the first time. Look around for another option. Because obviously threatening this guy's a bad idea, and so is running away. Press the button for the emergency exit. And voila. So remembering what they just told me, apparently kicks are used to stop them from doing continuous attacks. I just gotta pummel this dude until he decides to give up. Yeah. It's really kind of confusing though because the way the game works, it feels like I have to actually hold the button down instead of just hitting the button. Either that or there's a delay between when you press the button and when he, ow, that actually hurt. Jerk. Okay, this is not cool. No, stop. You... Come on, kick him. Yeah, eat it. Yeah, get off there, jerk. So now we're still swooping around, and how this thing isn't spinning out of control is beyond me. That just amazes me to no end. So we're still flying around, we're still somehow managing not to spin out of control. And somehow Squall manages to pilot it and rescue the beautiful Renoa. Go Squall, you rescued your girlfriend. Good job. And you have to admit, guys, this scene is going on. Look at this, dude. There are people knocking the living daylights of each other. I bet there are people getting, like, decapitated. Look at our guys are using spears, throwing magic around. This is insane. Oh, jeez. Hopefully I didn't get left behind. Did I get left behind? No, I didn't. Good. I don't think they'd say game over from getting left behind with the video. Squall, don't be bashful. You're the hero. Deal with it. Oh, give me a break, Squall. You're not supposed to say that. Hmm. Hmm. Seriously, how could Squall not see if she's flirting with them? Good lord, she's not being nice. She wants you, dude. Honestly. Hmm. So, his line has a name. Grit, Grieve, Gray, Ever? I'll say Grievier. Because I don't feel like trying to actually pronounce it. If you guys know the pronunciation, again, feel free to correct me. I will gladly thank you for it. So we're going to hit confirm because I don't feel like changing the name. Hmm. Yeah, well, Squall, you know, everyone trying to get you together isn't really a bad thing. Trust me on that one. Sometimes your friends can actually put you with really good people. Uh-huh. Yeah, let's go. Hmm. Yeah, I know. Let's go. Thank you. We're gonna get inside, get my teammate, and then I'm gonna switch the stuff around, and we're gonna begin with the our time inside the Galbadia Garden. Now, um, yeah, it's us. And no, we weren't doing anything questionable. I promise. Yeah, we're here. Where else are we gonna be? Hmm. Well, I would have to assume she's here somewhere. I mean, where else is she gonna be? Hmm. Squall, you've been confused since this game started. There's no reason for you to say that now. Squall isn't really much on telling how he feels. At least, You know, see, he even avoids it, but he will open up, and he does show a really good side to him, and I have to give him credit for that. So we're gonna go through now and put our original team back, and provided I can actually remember who has what, I believe it's you have hers, and you have his. I think. Hold up a second, guys. I gotta actually make sure I did that right. I might have did that wrong. Alright, looks like I'm all set up. So we're gonna go over here really quickly and save this, because, well, if I don't save it now, I might not get to save it again. Along with, yeah, I know. I don't typically do item screens either, but, yeah. Figure you're already gonna see me save it. You might as well see me recover everyone's health. And we're gonna save this, here. An earlier file. Good lord, I have a lot of saves, don't I? Alright, so now, since we're inside the garden, we actually have to go through and get get 2 keys. Now, I have to make sure I remember where to get them. Basically, you'll find each key on each floor, I guess, and from there you can proceed until you get to the main point of this place. It's typical Final Fantasy fanfare. I mean, so that's lock 1, so we have to obviously find a key that can open lock 1. Well, you're going to have to find that somewhere on this floor, obviously, because you can't go anywhere else. So we're going to go inside every single empty room I can think of until I can actually find someone who's actually standing there with the key. And trust me, I am doing the right thing. I've done this before. Never mind, it's actually located on floor 2. I just realized. Huh. I feel like such a tool. Hopefully it's up here. And we find Rajan and Fujin. Beautiful. So basically they're leaving Sephiroth up to us now, which I think is really kind of ironic, considering these are the same people that would stand behind him no matter what. So it's not here. And now that I think about it, I just remembered I do need to take an ability off, or else I'm not going to be able to do what I need to do. 1 second. Okay, that ability's taken off, and no sooner do I take the ability off, I get hit with an attack. Great. Seriously, I am just scoring left and right today, guys. Seriously, I take my abilities off, and automatically I get stuck with a random encounter. Just, I couldn't ask for such great luck. And why is it that I can't seem to one-shot things anymore? I was enjoying my time of being able to one-shot everything and its mother. This is retarded now. But apparently I can still two-shot things. Ooh, healing waters. Ow. That actually hurt. You actually did damage to me, you jerk. Now, in case you guys are wondering why I was so excited about this point of the game, this is actually a really big cornerstone for me as a walkthrough artist, because this is where some of the stuff I did for my first 2 videos took place at this point in the game, which means I have officially reached that point where I can honestly say that I've managed to hit a high point in my walkthrough. And this is a rather high point, although it's not going to be very high if I can't find the one person I need to find. Which is really going to get annoying if I can't find this one guy. I just need one person, but if I recall, I do think I already know where he is, though. I think I do. I'm pretty sure I know where he is. I could be wrong. Okay. Ah, great. Creeps. Do I want to fight you? Do I not want to fight you? Do I really want to fight you? I don't really want to fight you. I'm going to run. And I also need to make sure before I go any further, I'm going to have to stop this sooner or later, because there's a certain thing I need to show you guys before I can even press on with this walkthrough, unfortunately. Okay, so here, we're going to find out. Not here. Is it here? Yes, it is. So now we have the card key number 1. So we have to obviously use this to get somewhere else. So if you guys are wondering where you need to go, there's that one locked door at the on the first floor, which is actually where you need to go any further. We have to actually use this key to get there. Overall, I mean, you really can't call this much of a puzzle. I mean, seriously, guys, this is a typical Final Fantasy thing. I mean, if you guys aren't used to this by now, then I guess you guys just aren't playing the right game. I just don't see how you could get stuck on this. I mean, granted, I got stuck my first time, but just if you just pay attention to some of the patterns that Final Fantasy happens to do, you really can catch on to these type of things. Bang. Of course, your average monster, I can just about raffle stomp, but give me some Galbadia soldiers, and I just about get my butt handed to me. And apparently, did I miss something? Apparently I missed something. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna check my menu real fast. Okay. I took a look and I realized I did miss something. Actually, sort of important. We're gonna go outside real fast. Huh. Yes, I'm actually taking time to come outside and actually get something, but it actually should be right about, where is it? Come on. There it is. Aura. Yeah, keep this in mind. This is actually a hidden draw point. I just completely forgot about it, guys. So keep that in mind. I'm doing a very good job at actually pointing this stuff out. I'm really impressed with myself at the moment. And that's not me tooting my own horn either. So, if I recall, the door we gotta go through is right here, which is unlocked now. So we go through here. And if I recall, there should be another draw point around here somewhere. Where is it? It should be here somewhere. I know it's here. There it is. Okay, this one isn't hidden. Give it to Squall. Go through here. And now it's just time for us to keep going through rooms until we actually find the second key. Which we found it. That was really, really easy. In fact, that was actually kind of too easy, actually. Unlocked. Thank you. Ha! That was easy. Even found the door I had to go through. Ha! This looks just like everywhere else we've been. Why is that? I'm confused now. Okay, so now we're on the opposite side. That's dandy. Oh, I get it now. Alright. So now we take this key, and now we can go upstairs to the 3rd floor of this place. Yeah, if I ever seem confused, guys, it's just that getting a lot of these events in order as far as what order I need to do them in can get kind of confusing at times. So, yeah, bear with me. And another fight. A takeoff encounter half, and look what happens. Okay, 2 of them, fine, I'll fight. You guys deserve to see a fight once in a while anyways. Out of that, you guys can listen to me ramble either way. It's going to get the job done. Now, I'm beginning to wonder if I should have given all the auras to somebody else, because by me giving them to Squall, I'm inferring that he's going to cast it on himself and have enough time to actually, well, actually he'd have enough time to use it anyways. He gets to at least use it once, so it would work. Lots of items. Lots of AP. Lots of levels. Good lord. Yeah, I'm gonna go upstairs first, and then I'll worry about doing everything else. Unlocked. Ooh, so we get a nice little outside view. That is a big jump, guys. Seriously, you better know how to fall when jumping like that. Good lord. If I did that, my kneecaps would get blown out or something. And another fight. Come on. I shouldn't have taken it off. I really shouldn't have. I should have just left it on. But I'm not going to fight it. I'll just run away. I'm not fighting those guys because those guys actually take me time to kill. Draw shell. Oof. Alright, keep on going. Alright, now this part of the garden should seem really familiar considering we've seen this place before. Now, I have two options. I can either go on to the main part of this thing and fight Ida, or I can do one other thing, which I'm going to go save it, and then I'm going to prepare for my next big video I'm going to be doing. Yeah. This, although I think this one might turn out to be a tad bit shorter. Okay, as you guys can see, there is a big three-headed dog in the middle of this that place. That is actually a GF. Now I'm going to save it right now. As soon as I heal everyone up real fast. I'm actually going to save this. We're going to save it right here. And I'm going to pick up with and I'm going to stop the walkthrough for now. So if this video comes out being a slight bit shorter than normal, it's because I had to do it that way. And I'm going to do my GF video and then pick up with the rest of the walkthrough. So yeah, I'll be back, guys. Don't worry, I'm not done. I'm just going to get this other thing out the way. So until then, this is Rezo, and I will be back very soon with the GF video for you guys. Thanks. Okay, guys, I know I said I was going to do my GF video, but there's been a change in plans. I'm still going to collect this GF, I just can't do it now. Upon realizing that there's a very important aspect of this fight that I'm not ready for, I am going to do one of the boss fights first, and then come back and do this. So now I have to go get a key, so I can go up to the main, so I can go upstairs and take the elevator to find Ida and her lapdog. But I have to first have to find the stupid key. I think it's in here. There it is. Okay, now we have the final card key that we required in order to do this. So we're gonna head back over there. Basically, if you really want to know where this is, if you guys remember where the reception room is, when we first came here, it's over in that area. And apparently I still have to do a fight before this game will consider me worthy enough to want to get anywhere. Go on and figure. Ugh, that's a death claw too. I don't want to fight you, go away. How I know the names of these monsters really bothers me, it really does. And it's in the most freaky of ways I even remember half these monsters. I am hoping, and I do mean hoping, that I will be able to do this correctly. If not, then I might be in some serious trouble, but I'm pretty sure I should be able to do this. I've never actually attempted this, but I'm actually gonna try it by not saving it first off, until I'm sure I can actually go back. I don't see why it wouldn't let me, but okay. If not, then I'll just fight Cerberus again, and I'll do it without any of the stuff I need. So, for those of you who watched my earlier vids, this should be ringing very close to deja vu. Yes, guys, we've been here, I've done this before. If you guys give me a couple seconds, I'm going to go make sure I have everything set up correctly. Alright, I'm ready. Let's go. You know, it's really funny how Sephiroth still believes he can actually take me. Seriously. You got owned by Squall one-on-one. The idea that you think you could take all three of us is just absurd. A year ago you did what, Renoa? Oh no, she slept with him. I knew it. Huh. Yeah, we're comparing you to one of them. You're brainless and you're apparently really hung up on yourself. You're calling us monsters. Alright guys, now, I don't want to say I'm going to go limit break crazy on this dude, but let's face it. Whenever Aura and me is involved, stuff's going to happen. Now, geez, if you're doing this like I'm doing this, you're going to want to draw this spell he has off of him. If it's what I think it is, then it's really important that you draw it as soon as possible. Yeah, draw those dispels, guys. I cannot emphasize this enough, and I'll make that very clear later why you need to draw them. But for now, just do it. Just do it. I can't even stress it. Just do it. I'm also gonna cast Haste on Squall so we can get to his turn quicker. Because, you know, I'm limit break crazy like that, and hey, I want to tear this guy up. I was gonna just tear this guy up. Oh yeah, eat it. Faded circle. It's over. It's over. Okay, I do need to make sure I don't kill this guy right away, though. It's kind of important I don't kill him right away because I do need the dispels off him. That's actually a really important spell that I do need. I cannot stress that enough. So, as much as I'd like to just go crazy on this dude, I really can't just, you know, go out buck wild. So now he's going to use Demon Slice, which looks really familiar to the opening cutscene. I don't know why. Okay, well, except for the whirlwind spinning of blades and the pain he's trying to unleash upon me. Oh well, we're gonna hit him again. Faded circle, again. Good lord, I just pulled off 2 limit breaks off of 1 aura spell? I don't know if the aura spell is actually still in effect. It might have just been because I'm low on health, but anyways. He's still standing. I am really impressed right now. Ah, cure. Oh well. We're gonna heal Squall because I don't want him to be at low health right now. So, this fight might seem a little bit, slow, but that's just the way I'm playing, and I probably should have been attacking this dude more, because he actually does have some nice stuff you can steal. I'm actually more concerned about what I can draw from him at the moment. And, like I said, I'll explain why it's so important to draw from him when this fight ends, but for now, just, yeah, go with the flow with me here. Oh my goodness, 8 Mega Phoenixes? Holy snap. Wow. Impressive. Just gonna keep on drawing those from him. Again with the demons. This isn't good. Oh, well, I think Renault should still have her item. I hope she does. If she doesn't, this is gonna get really annoying. Crap. Yes, she does. So we're gonna res up, heal up real fast because I do need to keep him alive. I love how just junctioning some stuff to your magic ability, your magic strength, just all of a sudden makes your spells just uber powerful and ridiculously overpowered. And he goes down with really not much of a fight. Yeah, he's a pushover in his fight. Ooh, that, awesome, awesome. I'm happy. This is good, this is good. And she pulls off like a Voldo getting out of her seat deal. And sinks down into the floor. It's not over yet, guys. There's still one more bit that has to happen before we can actually consider this over. But I'm not going to do all that just yet. Hopefully this doesn't take me to the wrong place. I'm hoping it takes me to where I think it's going to take me. Hopefully it does. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I don't know yet. We're going to find out though. Yes, it does. Sweet. So we're going to actually go back downstairs. Now that that fight's over, I can actually now fully proceed with what I wanted to do. You see, I had to get that fight done for, I don't know, maybe you guys know why I had to go to that fight, or maybe you guys don't know. Either way, you're going to find out when I do my GF video next. I just had to make sure I had that. I couldn't do anything else till this fight was actually finished. Odd as that may seem, that's just the way it worked out, and that's just the way I had to do it. Yeah, I'll fight this guy. I don't see why not. Might as well. I've already started attacking him now, so I might as well finish him off. Or he'll just keep on living. That's cool too. I mean, I don't mind fighting you forever, but still. Now, for those of you that have noticed or maybe not noticed, I have not really spared anything as far as, well, obtaining the GFs and stuff. I mean, granted, I guess there's really no excuse to miss any of them, but then again, there's been a few of them that, you know, I didn't know about until maybe my second time playing. I mean, it's really one of those things that, oh my goodness, he just killed me. That's not cool. You just one shot. No, that's not what I was expected. Here I go getting off topic. Yeah, I'm gonna card him. I don't feel like gaining any more experience. Wow, I one-shot carded him. That's really cool. Sweet. And everyone else learned stuff. Sweet. So we're gonna go back to the save point now. This may seem like a lot of needless backtracking and everything, guys, but good lord, I don't really have much of a choice, and I'm not just gonna skip this GF. It's actually a really useful one. So we're gonna go here now and res everyone, or heal up real quick. I'm even gonna save it because, God forbid, I actually mess this recording up. And we are going to save this. Forget it. We'll save it here. Alright, so I'm going to stop this for now and get back to work on editing, and then I'm going to actually not editing, I'm going to be actually getting everything ready for my next video. So yeah, guys, I will be back. First thing you need to keep in mind is this guy has a really powerful earth attack. Who knows? I think it's Earthquake. Yeah, this attack's gonna hurt you. So, for that, you might just want to haste yourself just so you're on top of the game, because this guy can get really annoying. So we're gonna have everyone haste up, or at least 2 out of 3 of our members haste up. And as well as gonna cast Aura. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I mean, it just could not be helped. I'm sorry, it just couldn't be helped. I tried to help it, but it couldn't. Now that we've done that, we're gonna start attacking this guy. This guy also has the spell triple on him, which is kind of ironic considering this thing has 3 heads. Get it? 3 heads, triple. Come on. Okay, when he casts triple on himself, this is extremely important. His tail's gonna go up. At this point, you need to dispel it as quickly as humanly possible. Oh yeah. Why must you dispel as quickly as possible? Because when a monster has triple on it, that's never a good thing. And typically, being able to cast 3 things in quick succession to each other is probably going to leave you in a really bad way. So you're going to want to cast Dispel on it really fast. This is the big reason why I had to get Dispel off of Zephyr. Why? Because in order to beat this guy, you need to make sure he can't use... So he's going to keep on casting Dispel on himself, and we're just going to keep on dispelling it and hitting him with our Limit Break. Because, well, that's just how I roll. Now when he doesn't have triple on, he's pretty much cake. Especially when you're like me. We're also going to draw triple off of him. Hopefully we can draw a nice amount. Okay, decent amount. I'm also going to recast Aura because, well, that's how I roll. I'm sorry guys, I know this seems a little over the top for me to constantly be doing this, but you guys are going to have to deal with it because this is going to be the normal. So he's going to go on and cast it again, and we're just going to go on and dispel it again. Now the way I'm doing this fight is made almost infinitely easier. Because the fact of the matter is I'm doing a lot of damage to this guy really quickly, and I believe he's done. Alright, now aside from the fact that I went kind of Limit Break crazy on this guy, that's the way you really want to take on Cerberus. He's really more of a pansy than anything else, and he's really not all that difficult to take down. Go in the middle. We can draw haste real fast. Sweet. And and that's about it, guys. That is how you take on Cerberus. Yeah, no, this is a really short video. I didn't think I was going to be able to go through them that quickly, but I mean, that's pretty much it. So we're just going to go over here and save it. And, yeah. This is probably going to be the shortest of any of my GF videos to date. But, I mean, if it being short isn't exactly a bad thing, I'm not going to really complain about it being short. One less thing for you guys to have to sit through. Okay, and that's about it for now, guys. I'll be back with my next big video, which will probably be the rest of this CD for the walkthrough. Alright, till then, bye-bye. Yeah, so we're going to head upstairs and finish this, little stint at the Galbadia Garden off completely. Battle. Great. That's dandy. Oh well. Depending on what it is, I might or might not. Okay, I can manage fighting this. If it's a tri-head thing, I'm not going to even bother with it. Or else I'm not going to completely try to kill it. Then again, I probably shouldn't be killing things to begin with. I was recently asked something that I thought I could bring up, is, why don't I just make this a non-leveling walkthrough? Well, you know, I could have done that, but it didn't really occur to me that I should do that, or I would have any real, you know, grit as a gamer for doing walkthroughs by doing that. I just thought doing the walkthrough was enough, so that's my view on it. Hasn't stopped people from liking what I'm doing, obviously. Ooh, this thing has Dispel too. Oh. You see that, guys? I could have easily gotten Dispel without fighting Zephyr. Oh well, still worked. So we're just going to go through this. I think I might have mentioned this before, but the fact of the matter is I'm really kind of excited that I'm actually going to be surpassing where my first two videos started off. You know, because I started out with those two videos at this CD from a file I had been working on, just to test and see if I could actually pull this off. Upon doing it, I realized I could do it, so now I'm actually this far again. Okay, this is going to get really annoying. It keeps putting my people to sleep. Yes, wake up, Squall. Good job. Ooh, 4 sheer feathers. Explosion. Uh-oh. I was hoping that he'd end up killing himself from doing that. That's what I once thought. We're gonna cart him, because I don't feel like actually having to kill this guy. Doesn't look like I have much of a choice, though. Okay, there's that. That. Okay, this is gonna get annoying. You know what? Forget it. I'm running. Apparently his spell can't even put all of us to sleep. What kind of a monster is he? Talk about lackluster. Alright, since I took some damage there, you know what? Yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, I took care of healing, and I even took care of equipping the new GF to one of my characters, along with setting up abilities. Just like I was supposed to. So we're gonna go upstairs and continue. Sorry about all that, though. Like, I'm trying to avoid going into menu screens while I'm doing this, but at the same time, sometimes I just really can't help it. I mean, granted, you know, I kind of have to do this almost every time I forget, or every time I have to do something, but, yeah, doesn't mean I like to. And a fight. You know, I just turned on Encounter Half. I should not be getting any fights. I mean, I understand half as many fights, and I'm going to run away from this guy. Yeah, I'm running away. I don't feel like fighting him. Okay. Yeah, let me out. Thank you. Alright, for this second fight, it's going to be a little bit more involved than what we had to do for the last time we fought Adia and Sepher. Or, yeah, I say Sepher. Hence the creepy music. And her soon-to-be absolutely creepy intro. You're impressed. I'm happy to see you're impressed. Alright, this fight is a little bit more involved than what we're used to for the last time you fought her. She's actually a little bit more difficult. Sephiroth, on the other hand, is pretty much the same basic idea. In fact, he puts up even less of a fight, if that's even possible at this time than he did last time. If that means anything to you guys, that pretty much means that, well, he's a pushover and a piece of cake. So you're going to want to start this fight out by draw casting haste off of Sephiroth. Doing this is going to make your life infinitely easier, even if it only helps you against him. Sephiroth on his own is no real harm to you whatsoever, so don't even pay him any. I mean, yeah, you gotta go through him and all, but he really isn't going to pose too much of a threat. His attacks aren't even that strong. I'm not going to bother hasting up Squall just yet, though. We're going to mug him. Now, from my experiences with doing this, I've actually noticed a pattern as far as the what you obtain from mugging. If I'm able to mug him somewhat early on in this fight, I'm going to get an item called Holy War. If I end up mugging him late in this fight, towards his death, typically it happens right as I kill him, and I end up mugging him correctly, I'll get Hero. Now, it might be coincidence, I don't really know, but I'm pretty sure it has to do with win. Okay, it may have nothing to do with win. I guess it must just be a rare item that way. I really don't know. All I know is I tried this before and I got a Holy War instead of Hero. You're only going to get one item off of them though, so. Now, once I take out Zephyr, I realize I've been kind of going like the limit break crazy lately. But in essence, I don't have a choice for this fight because if I go through this the normal way, I'm going to end up having a harder time. Although I probably should do that anyways just to show you what's necessary, but then again, I've never really been one to utilize a lot of the extra stuff this game gives you. I mean, some people go through the hassle of setting up elemental attack, elemental defense, and all this other status stuff that you can junction to yourself. I just don't see the point in it. I mean, yeah, it could probably be useful, but that requires that you have some knowledge prior. I just don't see anyone doing this unless you had some prior knowledge before doing this, or unless you had a strategy guide. I mean, the game only prompts you to set up elemental attack like once in the entire game. So as we continue our brutal beatdown on Zephyr, he's just going to keep on using magic. I'm actually going to draw... I don't want to recast it. Darn it. Oh well. Now once Zephyr goes down, I'm going to have to explain quickly, or as I fight the Sorceress, what's necessary to win. Okay. Now, Edia is a little bit is a tad bit more difficult than before. For one, she has some really mean attacks, which are going to just make your life miserable. The first one's Maelstrom, which is just going to basically make your life miserable because it's going to pretty much destroy... It's going to do a lot of damage, and it's also going to put some nasty status effects on you. So what you're going to want to do is don't worry about getting rid of the status effects yet. You want to basically heal yourself first off. That's basically your first concern. Now before I go any further into this fight, I need to make something else really, really clear because I don't want to go buck wild and end up not being able to do this. It's another GF alert, guys. I know, I just did a GF video, and look at this, you're getting another GF from a totally different source this time, off of her. So you're going to want to go to draw, and draw Alexander. Now, what she's doing now is another thing that makes this boss a pain in the butt. She uses death. Yeah, be ready for that. So while she's rezzing him up, I'm gonna stock cast Alexander. I'll do that in a little bit. Again, a lot of this fight is just really making sure you can keep yourself alive. Granted, it's a pain in the butt when she keeps doing this. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, come on. Alright, if she kills him one last time, I'm just not even gonna bother with it. I mean, yeah, I want to keep all my characters alive, but this is just getting annoying. So you want to draw Alexander off the bat. This is a GF. Make sure you draw it. I've given you guys ample warning now. See? You acquired that. Ah, come on. Yeah, Maelstrom. This is the attack I was just telling you guys about. Apparently it doesn't kill you, but it does do nice damage to you. So aside from her using Maelstrom, she's also going to go through and use high level magic. Probably, depending on where you are, probably like level 3 magic. And this is just going off of what I think. I think the level magic she uses is actually based more off of your level. I think. I might be wrong. So now she's going to silence us. Joy. Fortunately for us, there is actually a way to avoid having to deal with that issue. You see, she has Asuna on her. You basically use that and cast it on yourself. Next thing I'm going to do is, like I said, guys, this fight's truly annoying on normal circumstances. So I'm not going to, you know, I kind of have no choice but to go limit break crazy. Besides, by now, if you guys were really that annoyed with me using limit break, you probably would have stopped viewing my videos a long time ago. So we're gonna cure up, and now she's gonna silence us again. Luckily for me, I'm not using Squall for his magic abilities. And she kills Zell again. Okay, you know what? Forget that. I'm not even gonna bother with him. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother with Zell. As much as I'd like to, I really don't even have the patience for him. I might res him towards the end, but I'm not gonna do it right now. Interestingly enough, her strategy never seems to stay the same no matter how many times you fight her, and now she's gonna dispel us. Yeah, as you can see, she has a lot of ways to control what you're doing. So now she's going to cast Blizzaga, and I am going to try to res our teammate again. Yeah, I have Mega Phoenixes, guys, and I'm probably making a big waste out of them, but you know what? I'm going to get an ability sooner or later that lets me just revive people flat out, so, you know, when I get that ability, I'll just give it to Renoa, and, you know, 99% of my issues will be solved. So she's going to cast Blizzaga again, and who's the lucky sap? Looks like Renoa. Luckily she's at full health anyway, so that doesn't make much of a difference to me. And Limit Break again. And Angelo Rush. Sweet. Alright, so you want to just go buck wild on her again. Now the only reason why I even think that this limit break strategy I've been using is even close to accessible is simply for the fact that I've shown you guys where to obtain Aura twice. So the opportunity to obtain it is there. So if anything, it's not like I just obtain this out of nowhere and I'm just doing this randomly. No, I've shown you guys where to obtain it. Alright, this pretty much just finishes her off, if I recall. She shouldn't be able to survive all this. Last time I tried this, she pretty much failed after 2 limit break uses. But apparently she's going to keep on fighting, so we're just going to have to keep on going ourselves. Yeah, I'm not going to really... I'm just going to keep on hitting her. I don't feel like waiting. Yeah, as you guys can see, I'm being a little bit more I'm being a tad bit leisurely with this fight, simply because I don't have to worry if this fight goes on too long, because if it does go on too long, oh well. Crap. Alright, we gotta finish this off now before I end up losing somebody. Which more likely will probably be Squall due to his low amount of health, and she's going to slow us again. Now, it appears to be that even though I went buck wild on her with the limit breaks here, it didn't really do me much good. Combine with Angelo. So we're going to combine. And bang. Ow! 800 damage. Not bad. And Renoa finishes her off in good form. That pretty much ends that fight. As you can see, apparently she changes up her strategy or how she's going to fight you every time you do her. Like if you reload your save, she might do it differently. So in essence, I just got stuck with a really crappy way of her wanting to attack me. Ability. Sweet. And you also obtain, if you did what I told you and drew from her, you obtain a new GF, Alexander. So, From here on out now, it gets kind of creepy. It gets kind of weird what happens now. So, of course, Zephyr passes out. She, like, explodes or something. I don't even know what she was doing. So, now we get this weird-looking scene of Renoa walking up like a rag doll. And just looming over Zephyr. This is really unusual. Now, for all you romance fans, this is going to just drive you all up the wall, I can tell you that much. Yes, she kisses him. Odd, huh? And he gets back up. Now, I think what happened was that whatever bit of life force she had transferred to him, and he was able to get back up. Meanwhile, she kind of pulls another ragdoll thing and just kind of plops back down to the ground. And that's not all. Idia remembers us. So now we see a totally different kind of Idia, which is one that actually seems to remember us, let alone understand, let alone actually knows alone. And now the CD ends on a really ominous note about Renoa and just in general. And this is going to lead to some really sappy scenes, which I'm going to point out as we go through. I think most of you will understand why in a little bit. So, yeah. That pretty much ends this CD. Thank goodness. If you followed me up until this point, we're reaching the conclusion. Or at least we're getting close to the main conclusion of this game, or to some of the bigger plot lines. If you've been paying attention to any of the plot, at least. I have. So until then, I'm going to switch out the CDs, and I will be back with more walkthrough. So until then, guys, yeah. So the CD starts up, and Squall is, of course, ruminating over what's just happened. Of course, it's more internal monologue, which drives me up the wall. And we're going to witness a side to him that I didn't think was possible. He actually wishes Renoa was still around, which doesn't make any sense. Are you telling me that he's went through this entire game, turning her away, blowing her off, never taking her seriously, to only now actually still want her around? I mean, come on. You shouldn't have to wait until something is gone before you actually realize just how much you want it. Or want it around for that matter. I mean, that's just borderlining on pathetic. So before he has a chance to really do or say anything to the comatose Renoa, we're told to head to the orphanage, which we're gonna do. I mean, I don't think I have to go over just how much I find what's going on to be annoying. Yeah. Now that I really think about it, guys, I still gotta go through and set something else up due to the fact that I just obtained a new GF now. So, give me 2 seconds and I'll take care of that. Alright, everything is set up. Now, due to the fact that I just come to realize this, now, I knew this was going to happen, so I think I could set myself up for this. But as you can now see, Renoa is no longer going to be able to be used, which means I'm going to have to which means I have to use a different team setup. So it's going to be mostly the same, except I'm going to actually be using Selfie from here on out. Why? Because her limit break is actually just as interesting. Her limit break is actually pretty interesting to use. So we're going to switch all the junction stuff over to her. And it's time to head out to the orphanage. Which, amazingly enough, did not get a single fight. That's actually really scary. And I do mean scary, guys. I expected to at least get a fight. I still have encounter half on, but I typically still get at least 1 or 2 fights. So of course, the group is all torn in half about seeing Matron again, even though we kind of realized we are gonna have to fight her in the end, but apparently I guess we just didn't want to do it. So yeah, you're right. You couldn't deal with that, but yet you still put yourself up to it. Yeah, thanks a lot for running away when we actually needed some leadership. Come down here to find Edia. A different kind of Edia, not the bad kind, the good kind, the one who actually remembers us from our past. So let's start. So now we have to go into this thing of talking to her, which gets really annoying because she'll stop your conversation. So as typical Final Fantasy fanfare goes, our main enemy wasn't her. The real enemy here is the sorceress known as Ultimacia. Apparently she's one from the future whose objective is to find Alone. Because, well, Alone can send people into the past. So the only way that she felt that she could protect Alone was to give her soul up to Ultimacia. That was brilliant. Another character that's now being brought up into the story is the sorceress known as Adele. Seriously, why are there all sorceresses? Jeez, the main villain of this game is actually a bunch of chicks. That's really hardcore. Hmm. So, now we've pretty much got all the information we can out of her, but yet they still want you to talk to her, but there's no point in talking to her because she's going to kind of keep saying the same stuff. So what do? You walk away. Yeah, Squall is just about heard enough. So of course there's more internal monologue, and now he's just pining over the fact that Renoa's gone like a wuss. Again, this is supposed to be a walkthrough, guys, but let's face it, Squalls is one of those kind of characters that you can't help but want to slap. It's interesting because now Squall trying to revert back to some of his older habits, but it's not really working because he's a leader. So Squall takes vent out his anger. Now we're going to look at two different conversations going. One inside of his head, and one between the rest of our team members and, well, the sorceress. Or, Edia. I keep wanting to call her the sorceress now. The one inside of his head is pretty much him wishing she was still around, which makes no sense considering up until recent. I take that back. Up until now, he's treated her like crap. So there's a lot of other stuff being talked about, which really isn't important at this moment in time. It's interesting, but it's not really important. So of course Squall blows up and then says forget it. Typical. And we get the scene of Squall standing at the captain's deck, basically giving the overall, update to the rest of the garden. which now outlines the next part of our quest of this little bit, is to basically find the white seed ship that Alone was on, which in general shouldn't be too difficult, but you know, everything always poses some sort of a challenge in this game for one reason or another, and I've yet to understand why. So before we can really do anything else, we still have to head back downstairs to see Renoa. But before I even do that, there's one more thing I do need to take care of, and that's obtaining another Weapons Monthly magazine. Apparently I obtained one issue ahead of what I actually need before I can make the next weapon in chain of progression. So I'm going to go get it and show you guys where it is. Seeing how we all know that no one ever goes to the training center, there's probably no reason why you'd ever really look there. But in reality, that is actually where it is. Before I go in there, though, I'm actually going to set up an ability real fast. 1 second. Okay, I just gave Squall Encounter None. What this basically means is there's not going to be any fights as long as this ability is junctioned. This is a big reason why, as useless as Diablos is in most cases, this and Mug is probably the most useful abilities you will ever have. They're probably some of the most valuable abilities. And there's the Weapons Monthly magazine, July issue. How ironic, huh? You know, it's the 4th of July, the issue's July. I just think that's kind of cool. So now that we have obtained that particular thing, and the only reason why I'm doing this is because it actually should have the blueprints for the next weapon I want to make, since I can't make it until I actually obtain the magazine. And with that, I'm going to actually go back and turn off the ability. Alright. I realize that it's probably seeming really inconvenient of me to constantly go back and forth out of menus, and I'm doing it kind of regularly, but I don't really have much of a choice in the matter. I mean, I don't think that me showing that would be all that necessary. And plus I'm cutting it out of the video anyway, so it won't make much of a difference. You know, I gotta do what I gotta do. So now we go in here to find Miss Renoa still comatose. Okay. So now he's missing her dearly, which makes no sense considering up until now he's been completely oblivious to any sign that she may have liked him anyways. Which still makes me think that Squall, as great of a character as he can be, is just an overall crappy character in some respects. But before he could really get his feelings out there, he passes out, leading us to yet again another Dreamworld sequence. Yes, you guys heard me. Your favorite sequences in this entire game. Now, what you guys are seeing here is what annoys me dearly about this. Look at this. I actually have a choice in where and what I choose to who basically I want the people to be connected to as far as their junctions and stuff. This annoys me because why didn't they give me this option from the very beginning? This makes no sense. They're just now giving me this option 3 CDs into the game. But you know what? I'm not here to really lecture on that. So our our terrible trio is finally reunited. Of course, Ward can't talk, and apparently his gestures are enough to get Laguna in check. You're supposed to actually try to do it. You know, seriously. I mean, apparently these guys are broke because they spent so much money going to the hotel due to Laguna's idiot move of always going to see Julia. Hmm. So it looks like Laguna's playing as a knight. Your typical fanfare. Meanwhile, our two good friends are get to play as, well, a dragon. Unfortunately for them, that's not going to really work out too well considering, well, I guess I guess the dragon doesn't really like being impersonated by humans, so apparently he wants to just take the role. I guess this dragon apparently has some sort of complex where he wants to be on TV or something. I don't understand. Hmm. Great. He's getting nervous. And apparently knights also use gunblades, which means that if this was actually from, historical standpoint, they had gunblades since, like, the ancient times. Yeah, where's the dragon? Unfortunately, though, this dragon isn't Kairos and Ward. No, this is an actual dragon, like full-blown dragon. Now, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I actually messed this up prior when I was trying to record this last time. So I'm hoping I can get this right. Hmm. Yeah, it's a real dragon. Like they've just now come to find out, as if the size isn't enough to tell you that. And of course, the director and the girl playing the princess all run off, leaving us here to do battle with this beast. Alright, there's basically two commands in this. There's defend, and then there's attack. See? This is gonna get kind of complicated. This is gonna get really annoying though, because the way the game has it set up, you have to like block. See? Like the game doesn't give you much of a choice because it's really difficult to block because some of the commands don't always activate on cue when you hit them. Like right there, I was holding it down right after he attacked, and yet it just now decided to go through. Come on, block. Thank you. Please block. Thank you. Come on, please block. Please block. Yeah, we got it. So I'm just gonna wait for him to do it again. Oh, geez, I actually got lucky there. Ow. Ah, my goodness, this is annoying. Alright, I'm not going to give up. I'm actually going to make sure I get this down because this is just horribly annoying. Which doesn't make any sense to me because the way this thing controls it, like you could press the button but he won't always act as soon as you press it. Ow. Ah, see? What I think I'm beginning to understand is how this works. Okay, I'm beginning to understand it now, I think. Ah, okay, that didn't work out too well. Alright, you know what? I'm going to get this done now because I don't feel like having to go through all this again. Okay. Now that I've actually realized what I need to do, I think I actually got the hang of this now. Alright, this thing has two attacks. A quick attack and his really big attack. Like that one. Basically, you want to block it. You want to basically defend against his... Basically defend against all attacks, actually. And I gotta make sure I can block again before he does it. Ah, nope, didn't work. But I was able to hit him before he did anything else. Gotcha. Come on, block, defend, defend, defend. Thank you. Come on, please defend. Thank you. Defend, please defend. Ah, thank you. Got him. Sweet. Alright, so now we get to run away. Thank goodness. Fortunately for us, the dragon isn't completely done, nor is he really ready to call it quits. No, this dragon still wants more. And for those of you that say that that minigame was easy and I shouldn't have died, forget you. I don't really care. I still lost. And just when you need them, they just happen to show up. Huh. Not always gracefully, though. So before anything else happens, we're going to actually go into the menu and make sure everything's junctioned. Yeah, actually take that back. I'm actually going to come over here and save it. And we are going to save this here. Actually, I can check if they have everything junctioned correctly. Okay, they have everything. Let's go.